people have heard my version of this all over the media, but I wanted people to hear it from the source, from Rebecca.
Life of a young boss, I'ma let you know what you wanna know. My closet full of clothes, fat I don't just cruise, pockets full like Terry Crews.
I don't recall Terry ever doing anything that directly blamed me. Like, you know, I can recall sometimes there were indirect things that he would say, well, you know, you always on my case or something like that, that would make me go, well, am I, you know, pushing him away or am I doing that? But again, it's important to reiterate that there were parts of my marriage, my side of the marriage that weren't happy. But I didn't act out the way he did. Now, I had my own ways of acting out in terms of coping with being lonely because he worked a lot, or coping with feeling rejected or feeling let down by the marriage. I had other things that I did to cope. But again, those are my choices. So it's just so important to understand that we help each other through the crises that we go through. And when Terry first came to me and admitted all of this, well, admittedly, I was angry, and we separated for a while. And I knew intrinsically that every one of us as human beings has something about us that breaks at different times in our lives. There's something about us that is hurting or is dysfunctional. We're all dysfunctional somewhere. And how we choose to cope with that is anybody's guess. And there was a degree of empathy that I could have for my husband because I'd had my own broken times as a young woman and as a teenage girl. I don't know that I was promiscuous, but I certainly didn't do everything that made me proud of myself. And I wanted to understand. And Terry's willingness to get help for himself and his willingness to do whatever he had to do to save himself first and to save our marriage secondly was why I was able to kind of stand with him and stick with him and go through the process with him and keep our family together. And I'm glad that we could.
Oh, she said it all. This is what we're going to do here on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We're going to share, because the thing is, you know, if you don't talk about it, you don't help people. And a lot of people say, well, that's just their business. No, you know, hey, I'm tired of putting their laundry all out there for everybody to be all up in your stuff. But you know what? Check it out. If you don't talk about stuff, if you keep sweeping stuff under the rug, things grow. And they grow into something you don't want. Our thing is, there's somebody out there that this conversation is going to help, and they're going to realize, wait a minute, that's us. And for this video is for you. If it's not for you, go ahead and turn it off. It's all good. But it's my YouTube channel. And again, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. I love you.
Mr. Old Spice.
I know. I got to be real. And I just tell you, but please, if you do like this and you do want more, please subscribe. Subscribe. Press that little button down there, and you can get Terry and Rebecca talking to you. We got motivational stuff. We have fitness stuff. We have behind the scenes. You get to see our life. We're going to have our kids on this deal, and we're going to talk out some things.
We believe in you. We believe in your families. We believe in your marriages, and we want to see you make it. I love my husband, and I appreciate his candor, and I appreciate the example that he's setting by talking publicly about his problem and advocating for men and to men that there's a better way. And thank you, honey.
Thank you. See you next time. Bam! Did you feel like you wanted to say?
I did. But we should have ended with yours though, because you're.
I get paid for when I speak. For antenna you can see. Floors heat, I feel like way. House big, I got it made. Yeah, I'm eating, get a plate. Couple thousand on my plate. Diamonds wet just like a pool. Going fast, I don't just cruise. Pockets full like Terry Crews.